Polar Bears International is the leading nonprofit organization dedicated to the conservation of polar bears. The organization's website generates over 5 million visitors each year. By gathering and disseminating information, PBI has become a key resource for polar bears captive and wild throughout the world.
I'm from Germany.
Portland, Oregon.
I'm from Anchorage, Alaska.
I'm here in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Baltimore, Maryland.
San Diego, California.
Winnipeg.
From Winnipeg.
Australia.
Boy, Manitoba.
And I'm from Churchill, Manitoba, polar bear capital of the world.
In 2004, Polar Bears International launched its Leadership Camp, a revolutionary 10-day program in the Arctic that empowers youth to become effective agents for change. PBI's Leadership Camp takes students from around the world and exposes them to over a week of intense fieldwork, introducing them to a range of issues facing polar bears, the Arctic, and global climate change.
It's really good here because when you learn, you don't realize you're learning because it's like fun.
After the camp, these new ambassadors of the Arctic return to their own communities, empowered to educate their peers to think globally and act locally.
Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to save the whole world at once because others will follow your example and then together you all can make a difference.
This leadership camp provides them with the knowledge of how to become an effective leader. It allows them to understand what their vision is and how to motivate others to fulfill that vision. This is the only program like this in the world. Without scholarships and donations, we would not be able to make a difference.
After flying in from around the world, the students' journey begins in Winnipeg, Canada. Complimentary guest rooms provided by the 4 Points Sheraton Hotel serve as the students' base camp.
From this program, I'd like to have answered, what really the average person can do. Because when I go back home, I'm going to be trying to educate as many people as I can, and I want to be able to give them real-world answers to how they can affect changes.
I think I'd most be excited about seeing snow, because I've never seen it, touched it, anything before. And just to interact with different people here, because I think I like their accents and it's so cool to hear them.
Well, the youth, I really do believe that we're the future, and the choices that are made today really will affect us in the future, and I think that we should take a part now if we want to have polar bears when we're 80.
I think I don't know too many steps to change climate change because it's such a big issue. You can't change it in a snap. But I think I know some things that could possibly be done, and I think these next 2 weeks will really get me more informed on what can be done and how it's going to be carried out.
While in Winnipeg, the students meet their first of many world-renowned polar bear specialists who donate their time and expertise to teach at the camp. These specialists are from a variety of fields and give the students a broad perspective on a wide range of issues involving polar bears and their environment.
One of the things I wanted to try and get across to these students is to see the beauty in the tundra and in the bears themselves, not to just focus specifically on scientific aspects, but on the aesthetic aspects, I guess you would call it.
Getting the students involved in and getting them engaged and getting them concerned and informed about the issues and concerned about where things are going can only be positive in the long run, not just for polar bears, but if it starts there and that's a focus, fantastic, because they'll carry those lessons to other parts of their lives and other situations that affect their communities and their countries.
The thing I found most exciting about today was working with Bob Taylor and Clarence Tillenius. I think that it's just amazing that you can get that much experience presented to you. Between them, more than 100 years of experience out in the Canadian wilderness. I don't think that there's any other way that you can really get that kind of information other than from a primary source like that, and I'm looking forward to having my own stories to tell when I get back.
After their time in Winnipeg, the students' adventure continues to the north. Churchill is a town situated directly in the migration path of polar bears. Students spend 2 days there exploring how bears struggle to coexist with man. Visiting polar bear laboratories of old,
Abandoned laboratory, creepy.
and those of new.
We're going to take a tour of the building. Not only am I going to sort of tell you a little bit about the history of the building, but we're going to talk also about what we do here right now in terms of facilitating research.
Today I had a really exciting day. It was my birthday, and I think it was a unique birthday for me because I saw the first polar bear in my life. There are polar bears. I saw so much different things and new things. It was a great day.
I'm looking forward to the helicopter too. I think we're going tomorrow.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe
that
so.
one's going to be really fun too.
Yes.
With the generous support of Hudson Bay Helicopters, a highlight of each student's experience is a helicopter ride to one of the world's largest maternal denning areas, small caves in which polar bears give birth to their young.
It was amazing. That was an amazing experience. I can't wait to get back on it, but I don't want to leave. And the ground is so weird. We're sinking into it here.
But by the time they leave, everyone has had a chance to crawl into and hopefully out of the maternal den.
All the way, cheer 'em on. Go, go, go. Keep going, keep going. Disappear. We see your boots. You're not even in there yet.
I really liked going into the den. I actually went back a second time to see more of it because it was really cozy in there. It was dark but nice, and it had like icicles, so it was really neat.
Then it's off to Gordon Point and the Tundra Buggy Lodge, the students' home for the next 4 days.
We're proud to support the Polar Bears International Polar Bear Science Leadership Camp. We are providing the infrastructure as we head into the busiest part of our season, and we provide support to them all the way from the logistics required to up in Churchill and out onto the tundra, right to a nice warm, cozy bed on the shores of Hudson Bay.
And it's important for us to take part in this PBI Science Camp because we truly believe that the kids are the best ones to get the message out to the rest of the world, that we have a treasure here that has to be guarded and protected and conserved.
Each day, students board a rolling Tundra Buggy. This expedition vehicle allows the students a unique opportunity to experience firsthand what they are discussing that day.
We're going to let you guys play the role of the teacher. We're going to have you stand up then and present your findings to the group and then lead us in a discussion.
The tree line is expected to move northward.
Some of the land is sinking, which is causing the vegetation to collapse.
Meaning that the entire place will turn into most likely a barren desert.
Wow, these students have continued to blow me away with every task that we give them, with every assignment that they receive. The way that they carried themselves and the eye contact that they were making and the confidence that they had is such a difference from 3 days ago when we started. And it's encouraging and it's inspirational to all of us that are involved.
They need to have the confidence to be able to go to any number of people from any walk of life or age group or and be able to put their message across with conviction. The worst thing they can ever do is have to give a talk in front of peers in a very small group, and that's what they do here. They get over those fears. By the time they're finished here, they feel confident with what they do, and that's as important as anything else to get your message across.
If you want to follow the students' journey more closely, you can log on to PBI's website and access all of the students' daily journals.
I've been struck by the journal entries that the students have been making in that how many of them have been saying that this has been a life-changing event for them, that they've come up here, some of them with high expectations, some of them with not really knowing what to expect, but all of them are writing in their journals that this has been a pivotal moment in their lives.
Don't know, but I said so often in this week, this was the first time in my life, and I did so many things for the first time in my life. I don't think that I will do so many things for the first time in my life in such a small time again.
Yeah, I definitely think Polar Bears International has given me the tools, because many people are always like, you can make a difference and you're the leaders of tomorrow and we believe in you, but they never actually tell you how you can make a difference or what you should do to make a difference or anything. And here they've spent days telling us all kinds of things that are great, doing interviews, making speeches, everything.
It would not have been possible without PBI, without Polar Bear International, the scholarship. I would never even thought of, you know, coming out to Churchill. I'd never even heard of Churchill before, so PBI is the only reason I'm here, basically.
You know, before I came here, I didn't honestly think that one person could make a difference. Like, I was kind of pessimistic about stuff like that. I was like, how can one person make a difference? But after seeing everybody from all over the world, so many different people coming together for one cause, I really actually was inspired that I could make a difference for the first time in my life. And I can't wait to go back home and actually try and make a difference.
Unfortunately, this unique and progressive program does not fall within the realm of government funding, and programs of this nature should not only be available to students of financial means. For more information on how you can become a financial supporter of Polar Bears International's Leadership Camp, log on to www.polarbearsinternational.org.
Thank you, Polar Bears International.